Okay, before we start this, can someone please tell me why bear's ears is spelled the way it is? Are there multiple bears? Multiple ears? To whom do the ears belong to? Okay, roll the intro. All right, let's talk about bear's ears.
But why?
You probably think you know the whole story, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's what we thought too. But then we started our research.
You need a permit now to fish on the land.
Well, it just really sucks that everything Obama protected is now gone under Trump's reduction.
But it says here that it's not, and it's still protected under 14 protections.
Well,
We've spent weeks, and I mean weeks, researching. We've talked to politicians on the left, politicians on the right, and people in the middle. And let me tell you what, we're gonna be laying down some unbiased, accurate, mind-blowing knowledge on the bear's ears controversy. So buckle up, because it's about to get wild. Bear's ears is comprised of red rock, juniper forests, high plateau, and an abundance of early human and Native American historical artifacts. Bear's Ears received its name after multiple indigenous tribes called the Twin Buttes Bear's Ears in their native language. For the past few years, Bear's Ears has been featured in the news just a few times.
President Trump was in Utah Monday,
where he dramatically cut back
bear's ears
by a staggering 85%.
This is because of the political controversy that Bear's Ears initially started in 2016. But it all actually started in 2012, when 5 indigenous tribes joined forces and proposed a national monument designation for Bear's Ears to the local legislature. This proposal didn't get very far, so the 5 tribes decided to try and get the proposal to President Obama, which they did. In December of 2016, by way of the Antiquities Act, President Obama established 1.35 million acres as a national monument for Bear's Ears. A year later, President Trump reduced Bear's Ears by 85%.
Okay.
Now, I'm sure you've heard that this is illegal. However, nothing in the Antiquities Act forbids this. Prior to President Trump, 7 presidents have decreased national monuments. In 1911, President Taft reduced the petrified forest by 40%, and then the Navajo National Monument by 90%. According to Obama's presidential proclamation, the reason behind protecting such a large portion of land for Bear's Ears was for the protection and preservation of historic, scientific, commemorative, or cultural landmarks that he found apparent in Bear's Ears. Although President Obama never visited Bear's Ears or Utah regarding this issue.
Oh, word?
According to Trump's presidential proclamation, there was a smaller specific area that needed protection under Obama's guidelines, but most everything else didn't. Like President Obama, President Trump has never visited Bear's Ears either.
Okay.
The land that is no longer protected under the Bear's Ears National Monument is still protected under 14 layers of federal protection. However, because of a loophole, the federal government could potentially lease the land for mining, drilling, and production of livestock. President Trump and Utah legislative officials don't think that Utah state lands should be controlled by the federal government. They argue the state and governments closest to the people should decide how the lands are used. Even the people of San Juan County, the county that Bear's Ears is in, are in support of the reversal of President Obama's designation. It's tough to say who should have control over public lands. With all the media attention and agendas, we haven't been asking important questions that help us all reach a consensus. When it comes to Bear's Ears, there's a huge division among people. So let's ask the question, is there truly a right side? Thank you so much for watching this episode of View from the U. What do you think about Bear's Ears? Let us know down below. Until then, and we'll see you next week. Until then, I'm Lexi Hogan. See ya.